Saturday presents, in the red corner, the undisputed, undefeated Weed Whacker Guy. Champion of hurling grass and pollen everywhere. And in the blue corner, the challenger, extra strength Saturday. Eye drops that work all day to prevent the release of histamines that cause itchy allergy eyes. And the winner by knockout is Saturday. Saturday, bring it on.
Once upon a mundane morning, Barb's day got busy without warning. A realtor in need of an open house sign. No, 50 of them, and designed before 9.
My head hurts.
Any mighty tools to help with his plight?
Aha!
Barb made her move. She opened Canva and got in the groove.
Bulk creating Canva sheets. Create 50 signs fit for suburban streets.
Done in a click, all complete.
Sweet!
Now, imagine what your dreams can become when you put imagination to work at canva.com.
Like, yeah, I'm pouring this out for all my dead homies.
Yeah,
and I'm never going to have malt liquor again in my life.
Yeah, that's a very different but you know what? You have to experience it. Kids got to experience it at some point.
Oh, 100%.
It's like Zima and all that other crap. But yeah, we're going to do
Keystone.
There is we just ongoing like joke. Haha, you're going to have Mad Dog. I'm bringing the Mad Dog. I'm bringing the Mad Dog. Don't talk to me on
Is
Sunday
Fireball
morning.
the today's equivalent?
Maybe if it's straight up.
Okay, well, that's the only way I'd drink it.
Yeah, maybe. Well, if you throw it into like an Angry Orchard or or like a cider,
yeah,
it becomes an angry ball.
Angry cider?
It's called an angry ball.
Why are you so angry?
Yeah. What is going on, everybody? Ryan Leary, William Tincup here with the BARF. How are you today, William?
I'm doing fantastic. It's beautiful outside. The sun is shining.
No,
and
it's not.
It's wonderful.
It is definitely not shining. We have an ice storm here today. Schools are off.
Oof.
All the kids are home. My wife is home because she's a school teacher.
That's right.
And I'm down here in the basement, locked away.
Yeah.
Hiding.
It turns out it's colder down there.
Yeah. Well, that's why I got the
Heat
heater.
rises.
You can see the little
I like that.
fire going on there.
I like that.
But this weekend is the big day.
Really?
It is. Not for your Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, no.
No. But for my Philadelphia Eagles, it is a huge day because we are going to throttle the three.
Well, let's. First of all, I don't have a dog in this.
Yeah, that happened.
Oh yeah. Well, that happened in '94. But I've got Alabama players on both teams.
You do?
Yeah.
You
So if Philadelphia does win, Jalen and Devontae, two guys that I absolutely love watching since they were in high school, I would be super happy for them because they won national championships. Devontae won a Heisman. You know, that'd be cool. Just kind of that. But the line is really, really, really small. So you're basically betting over under.
Yeah.
And
you're betting
I got
the refs on this one for the Chiefs.
100%. And well, until Patrick Mahomes shows that he's not a robot,
right?
Which, you know, I can't bet against him. Which means
I'm betting against him Sunday.
Well, you have to. Yeah. You have to. But most people, I think y'all played your best game last 2 weeks ago against the Redskins.
Shut it?
No, I thought y'all in every facet of the game, dominance. Like you made them look like a high school team. Yeah, it was embarrassing.
Well, where do you see Sunday?
I hope. I hope
you're talking like this game's over already.
No. I want Devontae and Jalen to get a Super Bowl. I want them to get rings.
They will.
I hope they do.
And then I will be off probably Wednesday or Thursday of next week because I will be
parade.
At the parade.
Oh, you got to be.
Yeah. But then you know it's going to be really cold.
You know what?
And I've been to the parade before, so I'm kind of like,
I think I'm not saying alcohol warms you up,
but
however,
alcohol warms you up. Yeah, you know what warmed me up on? So I'm back fresh off the ice fishing trip.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, minus degrees, so minus 17, -7, and like it was cold, and we got hammered with snow.
And
there was, I think, over the 2 days, there's like a 14-inch, like 9.5 one day, another 5 or 6 the next day, which is awful for ice fishing because you gotta get down to the ice, which was about 12 inches of thickness, which was amazing.
Yeah.
But we had Godfathers. One of the guys there made Godfathers for drinks, and that definitely warmed the body. And I felt like shit the next morning.
Yeah, you got
wasn't
that's
happy
a
with
dehydration thing.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Someone's going to take it out of you. It's like Long Island iced teas. I love Long Island iced teas.
Long Island's good.
I can drink them like the fucking water. However, they're dehydrated because of all the alcohol in them. Man,
yeah, well,
and there was a bar in Birmingham that served Long Island iced teas in mason jars.
Well, so here's we'll jump into the BARF right. We have a lot to talk about today.
Yeah.
But Saturday, so tomorrow, Saturday, next day, whatever. We're getting together with some friends, and I know they're going to listen to this at some point. But by the time they listen to this, it'll be after Saturday.
That's correct.
Mad Dog 2020. I am bringing Mad Dog 2020.
Ooh.
How awful is that?
Have you had it recently?
I have not had Mad Dog since probably
I went back
20
The only reason
years ago.
The only reason I ask is this was 22 or so. I was going to a liquor store, get something else, and then I got a 40, Colt 44.
Colt 45?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, 44 in Texas. That's cool.
Yeah, well, we needed one more. That sounds like something Texas would do. And I drank it, and I have fonder memories of it in high school than how it tasted.
Yeah,
like I couldn't get through the whole 40.
It was. This was years ago. Guys like, yeah, you want an Angry Ball? And I'm like, it's an Angry Ball.
I've only had it. I've only had it as shots.
Drop it into an Angry Orchard. Like you got to pour the Angry Orchard into a pint glass.
Yeah.
And then drop the shot in there. You're not like a car bomb. Just drop it in, let it simmer, and drink away. I went
through a Boilermaker phase where for like a whole year, all I had was Boilermakers.
Ooh.
So I just go in, get whatever beer. It didn't really matter, and get a shot of Jack. Whew. Yeah. That was a fascinating social experiment.
The majority of my days, if I drink, is spent on Coors Light at this point in my life. So
I haven't had a beer. I haven't had a beer since pre-COVID, so 18 or 19.
Wow.
And that was Chimay, which is like really, really great Belgian beer.
That sounds fancy.
It's really, really good. Yeah, yeah. But I did watch a Joe Rogan episode with Mark Nolan, Shane Gillis, and Ari Shaffir. So four comics that I like. And Ari had bet Shane that he would keep pace with one Bud Light at about 17 Bud Lights. And Joe's show just goes as long until he gets to say, done.
Kind of like today's show.
Ari gets to a point because they've had Buffalo Trace, they've had water, they've had some other stuff, and Shane's normal. Like you can't even tell that he's been drinking. And Ari has barfed in the cooler.
Oh,
like so great. Like they're all giving each other.
I do not want those days back.
And they all smoke weed, so they're smoking weed. Have Buffalo Trace to start with, so everybody gets a glass of whiskey. Done. Then they're having Bud Lights, and Joe and Martin they're just having more Buffalo Trace.
Oof.
Yeah, which is great, by the way. It is. Buffalo Trace, that whole brand around Buffalo Trace is is great. Weller, all of them, they're all good.
Yeah. All right, we ready to?
I'm ready. Are you ready to hear a story?
I'm ready, man. Do it.
Let me read it to you. Let's hear it. Gen Z is over having their work ethic questioned. Most boomers don't know what it's like to work 40 plus hours and still not be able to afford a house? So first of all, how does that sit with you before we get into the analysis?
You know, it's. I'm
Okay.
with you. I mean,
Okay.
you know, it's got to feel. I mean, we've been there, right? We've been there at some
Yeah.
point
Oh,
in
yeah.
you know in our
I
lives.
had
But it's
crushing
gotta
debt.
feel it's gotta feel like shit to really work your ass off and go to school so many years
Yep.
and not be able to
Yeah.
afford.
Not even
I
tread
mean,
water. Yeah.
not even tread water, right? Like we might have had a battle for it and save and work hard and do, but these guys, they're in a situation where it's like you're working hard, you're saving, you're doing your thing, and you can't.
Still not.
You can't. It's
Well,
just not affordable.
it's home ownership is a luxury. It's not a necessity. You don't have to own a home.
It is now.
No, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to own. In fact, Jason Seid and I had a debate about this one time. He's like, why would you ever buy a house?
A lot of people believe that. Yeah.
It's like the money that you spend and all the mortgage and all that other stuff, just rent.
Yeah. A
Like,
lot of
never
people
own.
believe that. Why lease versus buy a car, right? There's debates both ways.
I think if you lease on a car, you stay leased. Like that, you've made a shift in life where you're basically saying,
You're continuing, yeah.
I'm never going to own a car for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
But every 2 years, I'm going to get a new car.
And you're just committing to paying.
I'm just paying. I'm just paying $600 a month.
If you're getting the right payment, it all makes sense.
It does.
But
it does.
Not getting the payment.
Well, I think early in my marriage and early with the kids, and we traveled all over the country. So the miles thing never made sense. Like I would go over the miles in not even like 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
But now working from home, Michael's commute is like 2 miles.
If you can get something for a couple $100,
I think
worth it.
At a certain age, I think you basically can say, you know what, I don't need to own a car.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
So, all right. So here's the analysis. First of all, generational warfare. Whenever you see this type of stuff, Gen Z versus Boomers, and how they have this pitted against one another. You and I were fortunate to do a podcast with Megan Grace, and she skilled us on some data from her new book.
It was like a therapy session at some point.
It was absolutely a therapy.
I had to apologize to my daughter.
Not at all. You're not wrong. It's me. Anyhow, she has a new book out, Generations in the World of Work, her and a co-author. Fascinating book. Go check it out on Amazon. Get her book, listen to her podcast.
Yeah.
And she's on our network, the podcast, Work Defined Podcast Network.
She is.
But she told us one thing that still sticks with me right now is, again, Gen Z and Boomers, but they both look at quality of life the same.
Right.
Where they prioritize life over work, whereas X and millennials, it's work over life.
Yeah.
And so that was fascinating to they.
I was literally just going to say we can do an entire show on this.
Oh, yeah.
But we just did.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, so
we'll put the link somewhere in here.
Not going to afford a house. Have a nice day. All right, what do you got?
All right. This is an old story, not too old, but within the last year that we talked about. But I'm going to bring it back because Workday has actually done something with this. So Workday rolls out TechWolf's AI skills intelligence to more than 20,000 employees. So we talked about
Smart.
TechWolf. Did I say TechWolf or WorkWolf? I think if I said WorkWolf, it should be TechWolf.
I kind of like the WorkWolf.
WorkWolf.
WorkWolf. I have a play wolf and I have a WorkWolf. How many wolves can you have?
We talked about these guys before. And remember when HSBC invested in these guys? That's when we talked. I think it was back in like September. This was their second customer turned investor. So now Workday is rolling out TechWolf to AI skills intelligence to all of its employees. So more than 20,000 employees. I mean, this was coming, right? We knew this was going to come as soon as they invested in TechWolf. But it's now integrating its tech at scale. So my question for you is, what is the impact going to be in the industry now, right? If Workday sees a significant lift, they integrate this and it just goes bonkers. Great things happen. What does this mean? One, for TechWolf, but what does this mean for other large HCMs?
Well, Oracle has a Skills Cloud that they rolled out 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So there's nothing new there. SuccessFactors has done the same. Skills is everywhere. Skills intelligence, understanding really the gap in skills. What do we have? What do we need? Where do we get the stuff that we need? All that type of stuff. I think, first of all, I think they've got a large customer base. And to be able to roll this out to a very large, probably at this point, it's probably more 4,000 HCM customers. That's great for all the consultants.
Yeah.
That do the implementations and things like that. It's great for Workday. It's great for TechWolf. It increases their valuation. Good God. It's going to be through the roof. It wouldn't shock me if Workday just acquires them.
Which is what I think we said back then this would happen, right? So now they've integrated.
They've made, through the years, they've made investments in firm and not acquired them. Beamery and Paradox being two of the bigger, larger ones. And so they don't necessarily always acquire, but this one looks like it could be a pathway of just, at one point, just come on the team.
Optimism isn't sunshine and rainbows. It's fixing things, changing the way we fix things. It's running the world on smarter energy. Because if optimism never stops, then change can't either. GE Vernova, the energy of change.
Hey there, I'm Tim Boris, host of the Working Well podcast, where business strategy meets human sustainability. If you're an executive, a leader, or change maker ready to ditch burnout, build thriving teams, and drive real results, this is your next must listen. Tune in on the Work Defined Network or at timboris.com/podcast.
And now it's time for the Plum Stat of the Show. When people flourish, business thrives. Unlock the benefits of 360-degree talent insights at plum.io.
It is time, when you hear that sound, for the Plum Stats of the Show. I always say that weird, the Plum Stats of the Show.
That's all you.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is. All right, let me read this to you.
Okay.
And you're going to give me some feedback here.
Yeah.
According to Plum's research, when employees are connected to their roles, they extend their tenure up to 3 years longer.
And this is perfectly makes sense for me because it's engagement, and engagement leads to retention. If engagement is done well, and so this is kind of matching. But also, this is good peer reviews. It's good, all that stuff. Like, I love my job. Why would I leave? It's the why I'm not connected to the role. I'm looking around. I'm on Indeed half the day, looking around at other things because I'm not connected to the role. Right. And I think that's a management thing, is to leadership as well. It is to make sure that person is grounded in that role. Or they're not going to be long for that role. And so I think it's one thing to then get a battlefield promotion and throw somebody into a spot to fill the spot. But I think going back and making sure that they really, really are engaged by what the work, the output, the team, all of that stuff, I think is yet another layer. If you want to keep them, the role is the outputs of the role, right? So
gotcha.
if it's demand generation, and they've in their mind kind of moved on to, I want to get into content marketing, I want to get into brand, I want to build websites.
Right.
Some people will stay in demand gen forever because they love demand gen. And once they get really, really good at it, how to really, do it well. And some people don't. And so it's making sure. So it's the manager making sure. Not just that they're hitting goals, that's important, but that they love their work. They're not just doing the job. They actually love the outputs of the job, which can be a lot of different factors. But I think it's those one-on-ones that are so important to have with people. That's where you can ask those questions like, "Hey, how are you doing? Okay, then that's a wide array of answers.
Right.
And it's like, how's the job? Like what you do? Are you really like it? Is there anything we could tweak or calibrate to really connect you to it? And if you get no, man, I love it. I'm living my own dream right here.
Yeah.
Great. That's the answer you want. A truthful answer. That's what you want. But if you don't get that, then that's a signal that they're not as engaged as they could be with the job.
And there you go. The plum stat of the show.
All right, Ryan. I know you've wondered this. It's something that's probably in your mind and has
100%.
been on your mind for years. What should you do if ICE comes to your home or workplace?
Run.
Quickly. I'm out. Sayonara. Konnichiwa. All right. So this was actually on a news site, like local news site. And I've never thought about this before. I've never, like when I worked at my dad was a plant superintendent for a corrugated company, warehouser. And I would go and work with him on the summers. Everyone on the plant floor, literally, all Mexican. We'd have some whites and have some blacks, but everybody else, it was like 90% Mexican. And so, like, I never thought of that. I haven't thought about it back then. But why? Okay, so first of all, go look this thing up. For the audience, it's written by lawyers, and it's 20 different tips if you're worried about this type of stuff in different industries. You could definitely see where other people would worry about it. I'll give you 3, and I want to explain one of them. So there's 20 of these things that lawyers, basically this law firm said, do these things and don't do these things. First one is maintain a professional demeanor, ensure all staff remains composed. Panic can escalate the tensions between ICE and complicate the situation. Right. So, okay, just remain calm. Fair. 2, request to see the warrant immediately before anything else happens. They're at your door. Hey, we're coming in. No. See the warrant. If it's signed by a judge, they can come in. Now, what ICE is using, I didn't know this until I researched it, is they're using what's called an administrative warrant, which is not signed by a judge. And an administrative warrant does not give them access to your premises. So this is a big deal. If it's, hey, we're coming in, hard stop, everybody's calm, nobody,
do you
no
have
worries.
Your warrant signed?
Let me see your warrant. Okay, here's the warrant. Yep. Okay, cool. Is this signed by a judge? If it's signed by a judge, get out of their way. Let them do their bit. If it's an administrative warrant, and you can really just ask, is this signed by a judge or is it an administrative warrant? And if it's an administrative warrant, they can't come in. I mean, they can come in if you allow them to come in.
Right. Or they'll force their way in.
No. Technically they can't.
Yeah.
With an administrator. Now with a judge, they can just throw you the warrant and be on their way. But the thing is that's the difference. Signed by a judge, administrative warrant. So for anyone in the spaces where you might have ICE show up at your door, cool. Stay calm. Check out the warrant. Signed by a judge, get out of the way and remain calm. Not signed by a judge, don't.
There you go. It's good information to know.
Right.
Story. All right. So we talked about, I feel like we talked about this before with Target going through, they're in lawsuits with their shareholders because of the DEI cutbacks and things like that, where the stock took a financial hit, a real financial hit, 22% drop, about $15.7 billion in market value. And the shareholders were told that this DEI pullback was not going to create this storm of a drop. And so this was a while back. I can't remember when
they can't seem
happened.
to win because they did a bit for I think it was Pride Month where they had a whole section
Yeah.
That-
One way or the other, they lose all the time. These guys,
Right? They got hammered for doing that.
Look,
and now they've rolled back DEI. Now they're getting hammered for that. So it's like,
one shame on me, shame on you, right? Like
Right.
this is a pattern with Target. So something's going on here. Anyhow, now they're facing boycotts.
oof.
So in Minnesota, I believe it's Minnesota where they're headquartered.
Yeah,
they've orchestrated
Minneapolis.
a boycott of Target, and so they're starting to now.
So these are
feel
the
pain
people
here.
that are anti-DEI,
These are
right?
no. These are people who are
pro
in favor
DEI?
of DEI, pro DEI,
Got it.
because of Target.
And because they
rollback.
rolled it back,
Correct.
these are the people saying, "Hey, you should have never rolled that back. We'll never shop with
Yeah.
you." Okay.
Yeah, so the boycotts have started in Minnesota,
Mm.
and they're now starting to spread. Now, I haven't seen anything in my area, but they're starting to spread. So Target just can't win no matter what they do.
That's
But
not
it's-
going to happen in Texas.
No, and I think we're going to see this happen momentarily for a moment in time.
Yeah.
I don't think people need their stuff. And I don't think they have the willpower or the drive to just stick with it.
At the end of the day, as I worked for Walmart, if you want cheap, relatively made
You're gonna
stuff,
go there.
you're going to go there. Their
That's it.
politics.
Yeah.
You could go to Neiman's and get the same exact thing for $500, or you go to Target and get it for $49.
Right.
At one point, economics trumps whatever politics that the company is involved in.
Correct.
But I believe, that's how the world got rid of apartheid in South Africa, was boycotts.
Right.
So boycotts work.
Yeah. Oh, they
I
work.
got no hate in my heart for it.
I think they'll feel the pain in certain respects, but
that was an absolute. When we look at South Africa, no one could defend that.
right.
There wasn't a moral, ethical.
Right,
There was
right.
no. This is an opinion.
Mhm.
You're either pro or against, and again, politics. You're either but there's not a moral high ground.
Mhm.
It's just your opinion on whether or not you like or love DI and you think it's a good thing, or whether or not you think it's a horrible thing. And it
Right.
creates reverse racism and all this
Yeah.
other stuff. But Target can't win. It's good news for my Walmart stock. So, all right, let me give you a direct quote from Michael Dell.
Okay.
What we're finding is that for all the technology in the world, nothing is faster than the speed of human interaction. A 30-second conversation can replace an email back and forth that goes on for hours or even days. Quote, end quote, Michael Dell, CEO Dell,
Mhm.
on the company bringing workers back to the office 5 days a week beginning March 3rd. This is on Business Insider, so you can go read the article for
Okay.
yourself. This is from a leaked memo.
Mhm.
I call bullshit. And I think I call bullshit in this way. I think employees in the office, if this is the bit, if this is why we're going back to the office, is to save the email chain, I think people are just going to be in their cubes in their offices emailing each other back and forth. So that, this is just such a lame ass way to go about RTO. So again, the gift of efficiency, which is what he's basically saying, is a false god. It's not there. That thing that you think that's going to happen in 30 seconds, no, it won't. People are still going to have to pull out their phones and do stuff if they even do it that way, which I don't think they will.
Yeah. I think I don't know.
Where are you at on that?
I don't know. I think the whole RTO thing is old for me. It's either if you want to work for the company, they're going to send you back, then go. If you don't, get a new job. Get a new job.
Yeah.
Right? That's just what it's going to come down to. I don't think it makes a company good or bad.
No,
I just think
I
you
agree.
need to make a decision as a person and figure it out. But I do think there are a lot of people, this is observation only, in my little bubble. I think me included, there are a lot of people who have developed awful habits by working at home prolonged. Whether
Interesting.
it's health habits, it's family habits, like disputes and things. Like you're
Really?
around. Yeah, I know too many. Like I've seen it,
Wow.
and I'm observing and this and that, and it's really like there are people that were super fit that I know that aren't so super fit anymore. Included right here.
I don't get high near as much as I did when I had a commute. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when I
don't drink as much as when I was driving.
No, seriously. I mean, I'm thinking about like back to when I commuted.
Yeah.
I would pull out I
guess that counts. I was
and
thinking
I would
more
smoke
like
weed on my commute. That way,
I was thinking more like going to the gym.
Oh
and,
yeah, no, you're definitely
getting
thinking
up
healthy.
and having a routine.
I don't smoke weed that much anymore. So I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What are you talking about, man?
I don't know. I think it could do a lot of people a lot of good to get out of the house and get moving. I don't know.
Well, the movement is.
I'm still not for it. Like it's going to be really hard for me to get into.
I'll never work in an office.
You would have to give me a crazy ass sign-on bonus because I don't have any fucking clothes to get there.
Helicopter. That's my line. Of demarcation.
Honestly, you know what?
I just need a helicopter.
If I really sit down and think about it, I think my family would enjoy me out of the house. One.
Really?
Oh god, yeah. Yeah, they're I'm here when they leave, I'm here when they get back. My commute's upstairs and I'm like, what are we doing? Everyone's like, what are you talking about? We're tired. Right?
I think Michael would flip out. I think Van would flip out too.
No, I think the biggest concern for me to get into an office legitimately would be, well, I have to get a routine back.
Yeah.
And I have to buy clothes. Like I don't have work appropriate or office appropriate attire anymore. So they'd have to give me a sign-on bonus to legitimately buy me enough clothes.
You'd have to wear pants. Yeah, and that's like not sweats and not
shorts
hoodies.
And hoodies doesn't cut it. All right.
Alrighty. Let me pitch you this one. Oh wait, go ahead.
Is my turn? No,
it is your turn. No,
it's my turn. Why are you trying to steal my space?
I'm just saying it could have been my turn.
All right. Super Bowl's coming up, so I had to throw in something with the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
The NFL settles discrimination lawsuit with former reporter Jim Trotter. So, check this out.
Okay.
Jim Trotter is a former NFL reporter. He sued the league in September of 23, alleging that his contract wasn't renewed because he criticized the NFL's diversity practices. The league settled in 24, agreeing to fund scholarships for journalism students at historically black colleges and universities.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a good settlement.
Yeah,
I don't hate
that. But is this the NFL, like the NFL network? Because like the NFL, I don't think they have reporters.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably NFL Network. I read NFL, but here's a couple of more.
Oh,
they have a few more.
Wait.
There's more. They actually have a lot of lawsuits. It turns out. Brian Flores filed in February 22, alleged racial discrimination in hiring. Some claims went into arbitration, and others are in court, so that's still ongoing. The Jim Trotter one talked about, and John Gruden, former Raiders coach, sued the NFL for allegedly leaking racist and homophobic emails to force his resignation. Case is still pending, and there's a laundry list more.
That's ruining a person's. First of all, private is private,
sure.
And if they leaked it, now it's how do you prove that they did it? I think is going to be relatively difficult.
Yeah,
but if they leaked it, then I think that's defamation.
Yeah, I mean, there might be another term, but defamation is certainly what comes to my mind. And I get it. Like, whatever happened. Like, it came. Like, they're not supposed to do that, but he probably got what he deserved. If in fact that is what came out.
Well, there's one of my favorite comics is Neil Brennan, and he has a bit, one of his special that says, that you have a friend is a good friend.
Mm-hmm.
If you fear your text thread being leaked, because you talk the way you talk there, and you give shit back and forth and all that stuff. You use words, all that stuff. That's everybody. That's every human being.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. So
there you go.
Use WhatsApp.
Happy Super Bowl Sunday.
It has the encryption on both sides. So let's move to WhatsApp is the lesson learned there. All right, President Trump. Gender order sparks revolt inside agency tasked with protecting workers. Ryan, this happened faster than we thought. Or did it? EEOC staff protest move by Trump appointee. They don't like the appointee. Shocking, not shocking. To follow the executive order against gender ideology extremism. So there's a couple things in there to unpack. This is the Wall Street Journal. So take a look at it there. So EEOC has now flipped Democrat to Republican. That happens. But him coming out and saying day one, there are only two genders. All this other stuff, yeah, we're not going to acknowledge that. Just two genders. So, and now the EEOC, that's their job, is to actually protect employees.
Right.
So how are they going to protect? So the analysis that I came to was some feel, and again, this is 50-50 of the populace of the United States, of voting populace of the United States, feel that the woke movement was a form of extremism in itself. And so, to me, is this just the pendulum moving back and forth, or is this the new normal, and will woke become an underground movement? Like, that's in my mind, like, okay, to use the word extremism, that's again loaded, really, really loaded with stuff there. And there's people that believe in a lot of the concepts of woke, and there's a lot of people that hate the concepts of woke. I mean, you clearly see it in the election.
I always look at this as it's going to come around. It's cyclical, right? The thems will be in power at one point, and all of this stuff will go back.
Did you say thems?
Yeah. No.
Did you say?
Not after that was signed. No.
I thought you said.
No.
I thought you did. I thought it was a pun.
No. Them.
The thems will be in charge. I'm like,
I mean, that's how we do say them. Yeah. But it sound like that.
Thems.
But it'll swing back and forth, right? Okay. And every 4, 8, 12, it's going to go back to the way it was, and it's going to come back. And we take 5 steps forward, 4 steps back, and incrementally we become a better nation. But I think
the only thing I mean, the executive orders is one thing because you just reverse the executive order, right? Or you get rid of it. It's legislation.
Well, legislation is different, sure.
It's different. If they can go, if the Republicans can legislate laws, then that's going to be harder to undo,
right?
Than executive
which is
orders.
where you have to hope that everyone's just on their best behavior and actually does what they truly believe is right.
100%.
And they're not just playing
not
the
the
game,
rhetoric.
Because this does make a difference. So
100%. All right, let me give you one last one before we get to some acquisitions. Meta employees are split on the company's decision to dissolve DEI, with 45 opposed to the move and 43% in favor, according to a recent Blind Workplace Insight survey. So you go to teamblind.com and read all kinds of the stats that came from the survey. This was 1,000 current Meta employees that were respondents, and I'm shocked. And I'm shocked. I'm really actually shocked because I've always thought of Meta as super liberal, and so it's super progressive as well. So super liberal, super progressive, a la pro DEI, and so that's what shocked me because I'm like the equal side of this shocked me at Meta. And, oh, by the way, as a side note, I think Meta is considering incorporating in Texas.
Netflix has a new, monstrous story to tell. In 1950s Wisconsin, Ed Gein lived quietly on a decaying farm, hiding a house of horrors so gruesome it would redefine the American nightmare. Driven by isolation, psychosis, and an all-consuming obsession with his mother, he committed crimes that would haunt Hollywood for decades. The third and most harrowing installment of Ryan Murphy and Ian Brennan's anthology series. Watch Monster, the Ed Gein story, October 3rd, only on Netflix.
Get ready to turn up the volume on your HR game. I'm Jay Arnold, former musician turned HR leader and host of Backstage Pass, the HR Rockstar. Each episode pulls back the curtain on key HR topics. From leadership lessons and bold career pivots to the latest in HR tech and talent strategies featuring the rock stars within their industries. If you're ready to shake up the status quo and amplify your impact, this is your all-access pass. You can catch the show on the Work Define Podcast Network and wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe now and let's rock the future of work together.
Oh, well, there you go. Are they moving their headquarters to you?
I don't know. 43% of them are going to be really happy.
If they come out to Arlington, are they? Are you leaving here and you going there?
No, I couldn't work. No,
You'd have to go
I'm
to
good.
the office.
I'd have to go to the office, and they'd have to give me a helicopter so I could smoke weed on the way into the office.
We ready to get into some acquisitions here?
I think so. Let's do it.
Let's do it. You go first this time.
All right.
No, wait, I'll go first. No,
acquires
you go first.
Simpler Ops. That is SIMPLROPS, a leading SaaS technology company specializing in HCM and cloud, ERP management, automation, and implementations. So this is on Deloitte. So you can go read the presser from them. I think it's a great acquisition because Deloitte, again, with all of the stuff with AI, hell, you just did a story on Workday. Deloitte's a Workday implementation partner. So, okay, somebody's got to do that work. Rolling all that stuff, all that cool stuff out. Somebody's got to do that.
I like the name.
I do too. Simpler Ops.
Yeah,
that's cool. So, good for Deloitte, good for Simpler Ops. I mean, again, now you have a big company that can then put you on into all the people that they have. And it's just a great acquisition. Good for them.
Go. That's how I judge my acquisitions.
Yeah.
Is based on the name and how they spell it.
100%.
And if it's a cool name, good acquisition. No, I'm kidding.
When I was teaching, I graded on papers on weight.
The weight of the paper?
The weight of the paper. It's like, because I would never give people how many pages.
Remember how we used to do resumes?
And they'd turn into the thing. I'm like, that kind of feels like a B.
Yeah, it kind of feels like a B. Yeah. Remember you used to hand in resumes on the stock weight of the paper?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Can't be the white paper. It's got to be the...
linen.
The linen color.
Got to be on linen. Off-white.
Right. Travel Perk. Let's give Travel Perk their due here. They've acquired an AI expense, the AI expense leader. It's a European company. It's called Yokoi. Yokoy. Yokoi.
Oh, that could be spelled backwards, too. That's nice.
You know what? It totally can.
Yokoy?
It can. Yeah.
Yokoy.
Look at that. I didn't even realize that.
Sorry.
Well, no, there you go.
This is how fucked up my mind is.
This is why they acquired them, because there's so many things they can do with the name and marketing. No, so this is Yokoi is a European. It's an AI-powered expense management platform. So this moves Travel Perk from just a travel platform to more of a one-stop shop. I don't like using that name so much, but essentially that's what it is, right? So now they've got expense tracking, they've got invoice automation, they've got payments. All right, so I think this puts them into more of the, and I know you're going to love the category of expense automation because you love categories so much.
I do.
Not even sure if there's such a thing as expense automation, but that's what I'm kind of calling it.
Well, expense management has been there forever.
Yeah.
I don't know if automation is a category by itself, but
it should be now.
Yeah. After this, it should be.
It should be now. Yeah. So this gets them into. I was looking because I don't know the company too much at all, really, and so I know Travel Perk. I didn't know Yokoi, and so I was looking at them and kind of seeing who should they be running up against now in the market after this, or as they get more integrated. This is gonna, from what I can find anyway, get them more into SAP Concur, Expensify, etc.
Yeah.
So these are going to get them more into that arena.
And their differentiator is they do travel. So they,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that actually, and if business travel is a huge expense.
Yeah.
So good for them.
There you go.
I like it. Ryan, our friends at Paradox have acquired a people analytics platform, Equitable.
They have.
EQTBLE. Equitable.
Yes.
To advance their AI vision. And this is on PR Newswire, so you can go read all about that. This is a terrific acquisition as it deepens paradoxes, data insight, analytics, recommendations for their clients. This is just smart money.
Yeah.
So congratulations for both companies and for the customers.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and Adam, we've talked, we've known Adam for years, but this gets them out of just what Paradox is always known for,
right,
in chat and all that stuff, into really now an intelligence engine, right? And they're working with...
They're sitting on the data.
They're sitting on it all now, right? They own it all now. So I think this is fantastic. I love it. I saw this out there the other day, and I just think it's wonderful. I think these guys, I still remember when the first time they came, not the first when they came out, but their first big, I think, spend at HR Tech, and it got the massive booth at HR Tech, and I said, wow, what do these guys do? And they just kind of they did it. It's been a while. They've done a lot, though. So good for them. Good for them, man. This is good stuff. All right, so I've got one for you. Jumpstart HR. You know Joey Price and Jumpstart HR. So one of our friends, Sarah, Aspect 43, Jumpstart HR acquires Aspect 43. So Sarah White, this is her second exit. Now, I don't know much about, obviously we don't know the financials behind any of this, but first off, congratulations, Sarah. We haven't spoken. I did send her a message so we can get together. So if you're hearing this and you didn't respond to me, that's your fault. Respond back. Come on. Give us some love.
Once you go through an exit,
she's on a beach. She's got no Wi-Fi.
6,000 people are reaching out to say congratulations.
No, I know. I'm just playing. Sarah's wonderful, and I'm excited for her and all the work that she has done. She's probably on a beach somewhere with no Wi-Fi, just kind of killing it. But Jumpstart here, I think they get some serious research and advisory upgrade for what they were doing. So hats off to them for a great move here, and hopefully it works out for everybody.
Yeah, this is one of those. This is one of those. It happens in our space where you love all the people. Like I've presented with Joey, I've presented with Sarah, Tammy, who lives in Waco, who's their head of the research, is going to move with Jumpstart.
Yeah,
and Jumpstart, for those that don't need to look it up, it's an HR consulting firm. Right. And Joey does a great job of actually doing that bit. Now they're bringing research to bear.
Right.
Just smart acquisition.
Yeah.
And we like all the people. So congratulations to all.
For sure. It is time for some research.
Let's
you ready
do
to
it.
School us?
Let's see. Let me pitch it to you.
We got some good ones this week, I think.
Let me see. All right. Let me just give this why business leaders should prepare for grievance politics in the workplace. 60% of U.S. adults say that the level of resentment they feel towards businesses, the government, and the wealthy is either moderate or high, and higher than it had been previously. So this is done by a PR firm, Edelman. They do a survey on the trust barometer. Every year they do the same bit. And the survey, so you go to edelman.com and look at the actual report itself. The survey shows rising levels of people expressing mild to strong grievances in and about the workplace, which will likely create new challenges for business owners. So this is where, at the end of the day, this is where the rubber meets the road. Is grievances, people are not going to be afraid to express their grievances, nor should they ever have been. But they're going to express them, and you're going to have to, as a business leader, business owner, you're going to have to be able to deal with that grievance. And it got me to think of the old suggestion boxes. Like both of us have worked in workplaces that somewhere in the thing there's like suggestions for employees.
Yeah. Is this the one without the bottom of the box sitting on top of the trash can?
This goes right into a shredder. Yeah. This is just for me. Yeah, it goes right into a shredder. But what do you think?
It's interesting because grieving at work, I think, is still relatively new in the workplace. I think pre-pandemic, people brought stuff to work, but they didn't bring stuff to work because there was still guard, right? They were still gated and guarded. Yeah, I don't need you to know what's in my head. I'm gonna go work and I'm gonna go home. That
I'm
type
gonna go
of thing.
suffer in silence.
I'm gonna go suffer in silence. Now, I mean, post-pandemic, if you're suffering in silence, you're the oddball, right? Like
Yeah,
you're
well,
the odd
it's
man
your
out.
fault. Yeah.
It's your fault, right? Yeah. And so now when you come to work, workplaces have resources for employees, right? And it's almost as it's expected you're going to bring that, but employers didn't have to deal with that before.
Yeah, I think you're misunderstanding the grievance part of that. It's grief.
Yeah.
Is one thing. Grief is the mourning. Yeah. This is grievance politics.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know. I didn't get that far yet.
Okay.
Oh yeah. No. 100%.
I thought you were talking about death.
No.
Right.
No.
Okay.
You're bringing your shit to the office now. You're bringing the politics to the office. You're bringing this out. Employers never had to really truly deal with this until 2016. I think this is the first time, at least in our generation, in our age.
As we learned from Megan the other day, it's they're more expressive.
Yeah.
Gen Z and millennials are more expressive than Gen X.
And we have we have to communicate now.
Yeah, it's gonna be fascinating to see. It isn't just the content. So the content's the content, but it's how do leaders adjust to that content. Mm-hmm. And again, that suffering in silence or keep your world separate. That's not it work for Gen X. Probably not, but that's just not the new world of work.
Yeah, I always kept that separate anyway.
I did too.
Yeah, I didn't want to talk to people about it.
Why not?
All right, Visier. A recent survey from Visier, an employee engagement survey, might be it's saying employee engagement surveys may be. I have a problem today. Misleading. Go figure. Engagement surveys, what they're saying, are not accurately capturing how employees are actually feeling.
Interesting.
I thought that was kind of common sense. Doesn't everybody lie on these surveys?
Oh, well, it depends on if it's anonymous or it's tethered to a profile.
I mean,
so if it's tethered to your profile, you absolutely lie.
If it's anonymous, I'm still.
Oh no! If it's anonymous, I'm
yeah, I guess.
I'm giving them the dope. I'm giving them everything.
Yeah, I guess it depends for me. If it's, I'm not a survey taker. But anyway, let me give you some of these points here.
All right,
so
give it to me.
I've got a couple. 47% of employees feel pressured to withhold honest feedback in surveys.
That number must be higher.
I think that's probably in the 60s to 70s.
100%. And if it's not pressured, expressed, it's implied or stated. It's implied.
Yeah.
Don't air our dirty laundry.
No. 37% doubt the anonymity of engagement surveys.
That number should be higher.
Yeah. I didn't. Yeah. I mean, it could be higher. I wouldn't debate it.
Again, if it's tethered to your profile, if it's you filling out a thing and you have to go to log into a thing, they know who you are.
Yeah.
They can track it to your IP address.
Yeah.
If it's done anonymously, and there's software out there that does feedback anonymously, and literally anonymously, they don't know who you are. They can't find out who you are.
Yeah. But if you don't believe it, then.
Well, I think if you have to log into something.
Well, if you have to log in, yeah.
That's tethered to your
profile. If you're taking it from your terminal, they're going to know.
Well,
right?
you can go into incognito mode.
Well, use DuckDuckGo because Google still tracks you.
Yeah.
So there's a number of other stats in here. It's a really interesting report. But there's one more I want to share.
Right, bring it to me.
I don't know about this one. 6% rarely or never provide truthful answers in engagement surveys.
That'd be me. I'm in
just 6% though?
Yeah, I think that's actually about right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the word there is rarely or never.
Yeah.
So, have you ever played the game Pictionary?
I have, yeah.
Yeah. So since the beginning of Pictionary, anytime it's my turn, I'll get the little notebook, I'll pull out a card, and then
where's this going?
I will never look at the fucking card.
You just make up your own?
I just make up my own.
This is why surveys don't work when they hit your desk.
So, no, seriously. So, dude, if you want to hack Pictionary, this is the greatest way to hack it. You have the card, you look at it, you're shaking your head, yeah, oh, this is going to be difficult. And then I draw a triangle. And then I turn it around, and I put the card back in the middle of the deck so people can't find it. So I don't put it at the back of the deck. I put it in the middle of the deck. And I just draw whatever the fuck I want. Cloud, just a tree, something simple.
Yeah.
So my team can go, is that a triangle? Yep. There you go. Got it.
There you go.
There you go. We always win.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, it's shocking that my family, my extended family, hasn't caught on to this bit. Because literally every time we win, because I refuse to draw shit. I refuse to look at the category.
yeah.
I don't even look at the card. Like, I'm so fucking lazy about it. I'm like, I act like I look at it. I'm like, oh my God, it's going to be so... Whew! And then I'll draw a cloud.
Yeah.
And
I got
what's
nothing
funny
to say to this. I really have
at
nothing
Christmas,
to say.
we had a bunch of friends over, family folks over, and I taught my sons how to cheat. So they're at the age where I'm like, they're like, yours are really easy to get. Like you really convey, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, I don't look at the card. They're like, what?
I just make it up.
And the cards cover a recommendation. It's like a suggestion.
It's a recommendation. Circle.
Yeah.
Square. Dad, you get a lot of shapes. Oh my God. Oh.
So, and for now, anybody that plays Pictionary is going to go, man, I want to see that card. This bitch. All right, so thousands accept Trump's buyout as 86% witness RTO consequences, according to a recent survey by Live Career. LiveCareer.com, go take a look at the return to office. We're not going to get bogged down in it because there's a lot of actually interesting data. But one of the things that was kind of buried in it that I thought was funny, 86% of respondents witnessed negative repercussions for non-compliance to RTO policies. The most common outcome is termination.
Oh, well, there you go.
Why isn't that 100%? So, you know what I'm saying? Like when you look at 86, well, that's a high number. Yep. But if you're in non-compliance with the RTO policy,
because
why are you terminated?
Because I think what's happening is, and I think that number's high. I think that's probably a lot lower based on what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Is
accommodations.
Not everyone's treated the same in RTO.
Just read an article about this. Won't be on the show as a story, but A players, high performers,
preferential treatment.
They've always gotten preferential treatment,
and they should.
Yeah,
absolutely, they should.
Turns out, who's
Derek
your best
Jeter
wide receiver?
Didn't make $100,000 a year because he hit 50 home runs a year.
That's right.
Right? Like, I mean, you get paid and you get treated the way you perform, and that's just the way it is. When you get into the work and you're working for an organization, and
it's the same bit.
I mean, look, work doesn't give you participation trophies. That's not what this is about, right? Like, go play rec ball, go play softball or t-ball, and get your participation trophy. You get in the workplace, you need to perform, and if you perform, you're going to be treated differently. And that's just I just think it's that way. Not saying you don't treat the other people well.
You would have never read this book, but Jimmy Johnson, after he left the Cowboys, wrote a book on this very topic.
Oh, maybe I'll listen to the audio version.
And it was brilliant. It was brilliant because he was like, Michael Irvin can show up in a fur coat on a cocaine charge at a strip club,
and
because he's Michael Irvin.
Because he's Michael Irvin.
You know, like he didn't give, and like, you know what, that's he had he did this at Miami too, University of Miami. He did this there as well. He didn't treat everybody the same. Yeah. And like, that's HR's kind of coda that we got to treat all the employees the exact same way. It's like, yeah, but the business doesn't treat everybody the same way.
No.
And so that's the kind of where those
the business
things
is
kind
different
of
than
conflict.
HR.
That's exactly right.
100% different. All right. let's get into some dollars and cents here. We're getting some funding. I think you're kicking us off, right?
All right, let's do it. Oh, one brief. Software for operational planning for military staff workflows raises $50 million, bringing its total capital raise to $103 million. BusinessWire.com. You can go take a look at this. I love this funding. Absolutely love this funding because our military, all of our military, combined, Defense Department, if you will, needs companies like this to help them innovate their workforce. Right. So corporate, we could talk all day about corporate innovations, but to actually think about nonprofits and to think about education and to think about our military, they kind of lag behind corporate innovations.
Sure.
So I like this bit because they're going in and looking at, let's say they're looking at the Navy or a part of the Navy, et cetera, and they're saying, what can we bring to bear to make this more efficient?
Hey everybody, Tim Sackett, host of HR Famous, a new podcast on the Work Defined Network. Am I famous? No, I'm HR famous. My wife says I'm a micro celebrity and 13 HR ladies around the world want their picture with me, which I think is funny. So, hey, what do we talk about on the pod? We talk about all the dumb stuff we do in HR in any given day, week, month, and we have fun with it, and we have some great guests. Come check us out. We're not famous. We're HR famous.
Hi, we're Meg and Amy from The Meg and Amy Show.
We're not only tech execs and big picture thinkers, we're also best friends.
We're curious learners. And on this podcast, we're challenging the status quo and activating the future.
And we're going to give advice about work and leadership, right, Meg?
You know, we can't help ourselves. But this podcast is about exploring possibility, not being right.
That sounds refreshing.
For more, tune in to The Meg and Amy Show.
There you go.
Love it.
All right. Travel perk. Wait a minute. We just talked about these guys.
Yeah.
Yes. They also raised $200 million in a Series E. And then they pulled the power move and they acquired Yokoi, which we talked about earlier.
That's right.
So we don't need to go back into what Travel Perk is, but essentially these guys are now valued at $2.7 billion with this latest round.
That's way past unicorn. Good for them.
Yeah. So in other news, they pulled off the power move. They've acquired Yokoi with the funding, right?
And that could have been the raise. Like they brought in an investor to, I don't know if the terms were disclosed for the acquisition, right? So they could have basically got another. I've done that bit where you bring in an investor specifically to make the acquisition. You never see the money as a company. It comes in, goes out.
Yeah, I probably should have mentioned it way back then when we talked about it.
It's all great. Yokoi.
Yeah, Yokoi.
Jokoi. All right,
Riot. He's hilarious, by the way.
He is hilarious. So Riot is a name of a company, not just something
Riot
you do on
Games?
the weekends. No, it's different than Riot Games.
Okay.
So Riot raises $30 million for employee cybersecurity solution. This is really dope. So securityweek.com, probably not a publication you frequent that often. However, Riot helps employees improve their cybersecurity posture and stay protected from social engineering hacks, which are becoming increasingly sophisticated due to the use of generative AI.
Social engineering hacks. So we're talking
all this stuff. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So again, it's not just the Nigerian print stuff. Okay, that's easy. No, it's actually these more sophisticated attacks and scams and things like that. And so this solution is actually they can take it on the road and sell it to people to protect their employees. I think it's genius.
Yeah. I love it.
Good for them.
Yeah, and it's scary because there's a lot of good stuff out there like this.
Yes.
So I love this one. I think I'm excited for this. We haven't spoken to anybody here, and we need to. So we're going to get these guys on the phone. Mercor. They just picked up $75 million in a Series B funding, valued now at $2 billion. So money is flowing in this space. We talked about these guys back in September of 24. Mercor is an AI hiring platform that matches job seekers with jobs. Sounds pretty basic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Upload your resume, take the 20-minute or so interview, and then the platform matches you with the suitable roles across a number of companies. We've seen a lot of these plays before. Why now? AI.
I can answer it for you.
Yeah, AI, right? But why are they getting so much money now for job matching?
Do you want me to answer?
I do.
It's AI for AI jobs.
Right. Well, that too. Yeah.
So no, that's all. That's what they focus on.
Yeah, that's what they do. Yeah.
That's all they focus on.
Mhm.
Like you can't get a plumbing job on
Right.
their side.
Well, yes.
It's not a consulting job. It's not even a DevOps position.
Yeah.
They're hiring people that are AI professionals for AI companies.
Mm.
So they've specialized, which is genius, as you said at the beginning. They've specialized in the talent deficit in AI companies.
Yeah, and they're contract jobs as well, we should say.
Yeah. And again, I think it's first of all, I think all these other folks who feel like they're late to that game because they are.
They are.
They're using AI. Check. So is like everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But they're doing it for AI companies for AI jobs.
Right.
So it's AI times 3.
Yeah.
And so I love it for all the reasons you love it as well. But that's the reason that they're getting the money.
Yeah, well, I want to talk to these guys, so we're going to get them on a call. I want to see what they're up to. We haven't seen them. We haven't been in that space for a while. We've always been in the space. We haven't been focusing on that space, but it'd be nice to kind of dip our feet back in.
That's a
the
cool
audience
play.
loves it. Yeah,
we'll get them on a podcast. All right, you ready? I got
ready.
2 more. Got 2 more. Ready?
Yeah.
Talent Mapper raises £2 million to help organizations identify and develop skills, workforce skills. So we talked about skills earlier. We're going to be talking about skills for the rest of our natural lives. This was on the sasnews.com, so definitely go take a look at that. Skills. I love the name, Talent Mapper, because it actually does what it says it does. And those that are not great at converting pounds to dollars, the 1 pound equals 1.24 United States dollars.
As of today.
As of today. In all seriousness, the key to identifying and solving an organization is the skills gaps.
Yeah.
So that's actually that identify and develop. First, you have to identify it. Great. Now you have visibility into the gap. Now you have to develop for it. And the develop could be develop people up into it, or bring in talent. I mean, it could be a lot of different things, but you got to fill it.
Why do companies overlook they have to develop part?
Oh, I think it's easier. Well, it's like free agency, and farm system. We'll use baseball because you love the Phillies. So you either develop the talent, and they're just coming up A, B, AAA, and into the majors, etc., or you got to go out in the free agent market.
Right.
I mean, you're going to get the draft, but the draft is usually, people don't really talk about the MLB draft because you've already signed a lot of those players.
Yeah. You signed them and they're 18 years old.
That's right.
And
or younger.
Yeah. Or younger.
And a lot of companies, a lot of countries, you're bringing them into the academy that it's before A-ball.
Yeah.
And this happens in the Premiership or football in England, where they have the developmental leagues all the way up, and it's like, okay, like that's how but teams still go out and trade and make trades for talent. So even if you're great at harvesting and developing your own talent, occasionally, you're going to get in a pinch and you're going to need to go hire that talent.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, last one. Trade, TRYD. A construction payroll platform raises $4.5 million. Now, this is on the SAS News as well. And what I love about this is the nichiness of the payroll play, because there's so many payroll companies, and they're all good. We love all of them, but it's like the construction industry has so many nuances to it that payroll companies, a typical payroll company, they're going for the middle of the road, like the taco stands, and, all that type of stuff. They're just trying to go to the middle of the road, and the construction industry doesn't fit them. So this is a group that basically formed a company and said, you know what, payroll in our industry is just different. We all know it's different, and so we need to go build our own payroll system so that we can deal with how different it is. So I love stuff like that. I also think that that's going to get big enough to a place to where a larger fish will then come along and say, like that industry,